Hey everyone, today we get a summary of Jesus' ministry to this point. After Jesus said these things, he went away and hid from them. Jesus had done many signs before the people, but they didn't trust in him. This was to fulfill the word of the prophet Isaiah. Lord, who has believed through our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? Isaiah explains why they couldn't believe. He made their eyes blind and hardened their hearts, so that they might not see with their eyes, understand with their heart, and turn their lives around, and I would heal them. Isaiah said these things because he saw Jesus' glory. He spoke about Jesus. Even so, many leaders believed in him, but they would acknowledge their faith because they feared that the Pharisees would expel them from the synagogue. They believed, but they loved human praise more than God's glory. So here John gives us kind of an unfortunate summary of Jesus' ministry. The signs didn't produce faith. In some sense, it didn't work, not for the people. Aside from a handful of disciples. We're not really clear how many are sticking around at this point. But we see early Christian communities really struggle with this question. Why does the majority of the Jewish people not believe in the Jewish Messiah? Why isn't everyone drawn to the story of Jesus? Now, several of those New Testament writers would go to Isaiah 6, like we see John doing here. This passage about their hearts being hardened and their eyes being made blind. And it's not really clear who John is saying has closed people's hearts. Is it God? That's possible, but that could also be problematic if it's a similar thing we mentioned before of God creating a problem so that God can then step in and solve it. But maybe even if that's the answer, it's hinting the fact that you don't truly see who the Father or the Son is until Christ is lifted up in love on the cross. It could be that it's the ruler of the world who has blinded people. It was mentioned, this shadowy figure was mentioned just a few verses before in this chapter. It seemed like there's something outside that can darken people's minds or prevent us from seeing what we should see. But if you just keep reading, the rest of the passage directly says, the one who hardens our hearts is us. Right? It mentions many religious leaders who do actually believe in Jesus, they're just also afraid. Fear and trust cannot coexist. And so perfect love, the kind that Jesus has been showing and is about to show fully, it has to cast those fears out, as John will tell us in his letter. But the truth is, if you try hard enough, you can close yourself off to that kind of love. Today, the reason that some don't trust Christ is because his church has proven untrustworthy, because out of fear, we have so often trusted in other powers. There's probably no perfect solution that will convince everyone. We haven't found it after 2,000 years. But we can do our best to reflect the glorious love revealed in Christ so that he can be truly known and truly trusted. Where can that shine through in you today?